The Iraqi dinar. We're hearing now it's either going to be on the Forex with a new rate, either Friday night, or Sunday night. My bet is Sunday after the Forex comes back up after having been turned off or closed for 48 hours, which is typical every weekend, from 5 o'clock Friday to 5 o'clock Sunday, it's down. It's down so that they can reconcile accounts on Forex. The word was get ready for the weekend. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for Iraq to make an announcement, I believe, in some shape or form. It's going to be his job. He's the Central Bank of Iraq governor. No better than to keep lying to you. They're not going to admit anything, but they're not going to lie to you anymore and say it's a scam, because that was a flat-out lie. The atmosphere in the banks has changed. Stop telling them it's a scam. Washington, we support the economic reform agenda in Iraq, including updating the budget and enhancing transparency. Question: with the HCL funded, is the RV imminent? Marks: HCL, we keep seeing rumors but they have not announced it. I believe they have done everything but just not announced it. This evening, Baghdad hosts the first round of indirect talks between Washington and Tehran. Urgent: what is Iraq's hydrocarbon law? Iraq hydrocarbon law, also known as Iraq's oil law, is aimed to create a legal framework for the management of oil production and revenue sharing amounts various stakeholders in Iraq. Stakeholders are the Iraqi government, the companies that are involved, the different provinces, the different governments. Remember, you got some very corrupt politicians. If they had it their way, they'd keep it all for themselves, but the money is going to be distributed based on the per capita of each province. That makes it a lot more fair. Each territory is going to decide what they want to do with their version of the funds. The Minister of Finance and the US Ambassador today discuss efforts to achieve economic reforms. They strengthen bilateral relationships between the two United States and Iraq with a focus on economic cooperation. I like that part. The meeting discussed the Development Road project that connects Iraq to Europe through Turkey and is one of the largest strategic and vital projects, making Iraq the link between Asia and Europe. That is unbelievable, and it's given a finality to it. I like it. Does the CBI have a timetable to their plan of reforms, and are they following it? They are now targeting early 2025 for the reinstatement. Everything they are doing from now to the end of year is geared towards this target, is on a timetable. Iraq increases reserves at IMF by 50%. Many central banks around the world increase their reserves with the IQD. Because it's no secret. I recently heard to expect the RV between the 22nd and 26th of October. Marks: based on what I am hearing, that makes sense. Iraq increases reserves at IMF by 50%. Quote: Iraqi cabinet approved an increase in Iraq's quota at the International Monetary Fund, IMF, by 831.9 million special drawing rights, SDR, equivalent to 1.45 trillion Iraqi dinars, $1.1 billion, based on the exchange rate as of October 8, 2024. This 50% increase will enhance the country's voting power within the IMF. The IMF created SDRs as an international reserve asset to supplement member countries' official reserves. They serve as a potential source of liquidity for IMF member nations. IMO: last week a series of meetings have been occurring with banks. IMO, the Central Bank of Iraq, is sending out a beacon apostrophe ... a submarine ping. This data, information, intel, is coming, and it's now coming fast to all these US banks. They went from denying and saying it's a scam to, they're saying we'll talk to you soon. HCL is completed and fully funded today. We're up next. BABYSMM, HCL stands for hydrocarbon law. It is the law that divvies up the profits from Baghdad's sale of oil, with profits going to the other parts of Iraq. There has always been a back and forth about how much of a profit percentage the other parts of Iraq would receive. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed Iraq's ability to activate the private sector through development funds. Saleh told Al Furat news agency, "The funds allocated to development funds can be greatly utilized to stimulate the private sector in Iraq, especially in light of major projects such as the Grand 4 port and the Development Road." He said, "These projects represent strategic opportunities to stimulate economic growth and attract investments, and they also contribute to improving infrastructure and making Iraq an important center for maritime and land trade in the region." Saleh pointed out that development funds can direct part of their investments to 1. Infrastructure supporting the private sector, through financing road, railway, port and airport projects, which contribute to improving the business environment and facilitating transportation and shipping operations. 2. Financing small and medium enterprises, encouraging the growth of these projects through financial facilities such as soft loans or providing guarantees, which contributes to creating job opportunities and improving the local economy.